After almost 3 months of planning, reserving the place and waiting, I'm finally heading towards Manitoulin Island. There I'll be staying in a garden park, which is a dark night preserve. This which is approximately 550 kilometers away from the Toronto city. For my friends in South, it is approximately 345 miles away from Toronto city. So to talk something about Dark Night Preserve is usually a park preserve where artificial light is restricted so that there is no artificial light pollution. Um, the main purpose of this is astronomy. One of the Dark Night Preserve that I was being was Torrance Barren. You can see picture over here, and this was a really amazing experience for astrophotography, and I'm hoping to get more of this photography in this trip also. To talk something about Manitoulin Island, it gets its name from the legend of Cave of the Spirit. So the island is named after underwater cave where it was believed a powerful spirit actually stayed. Uh, Coming to the planning of this camping, we are in the last leg of summer here in Canada, so it's going to get really chilly and cold, and we also see that there will be a scattered rain that's going to happen on Saturday. So we need to prepare for all these scenarios when we are camping over there for next 2 days. Right now, let me go to Metro and Canadian Tire and Walmart to pick up all the essential that I might need for this trip.
After 8 hours of travel from Toronto, we finally reached Manitoulin Island. I would strongly suggest you to leave Toronto early to set up the camp over here. Once it's dark, it's really tough to do anything over here. Since the predicted weather was 18 degrees Celsius, we didn't go heavy on packing big jackets to protect ourselves from the cold. Situation was totally different when we reached. The temperature was 8 degrees Celsius due to lot of dew and moisture. The ground was getting wet. The campfire was not allowed because of the light pollution that it caused, and with no campfire to keep us warm, we struggled a lot while cooking. Handling any food product which was wet meant our hand was getting colder and numb. Due to no light policy in these camps, we were reliable only on the red light that we carried. For the night cooking, we grilled the marinated chicken that we carried, and we used beans, vegetable, and brown rice to cook a quick meal.
So the night didn't turn out as we expected. We kind of reached very late over here, and because we reached very late, we were unable to cook a lot of our food. But somehow we were able to complete this beans rice. So it's cooking. It's going to take a while, and we did cook some chicken. Uh, so chicken is also ready, and we also set up our campsite. Uh, it's pretty cold over here. My hand is shivering. Uh, Hopefully, we will quickly get done with the food, and we'll be able to kind of have some food and start with our astrophotography. Since it's getting cold, I don't think we'll be able to stay awake a lot. Since this is a dark night preserve, we can't use light, so we are using red light all the places. And since again this is a preserved area, we are not supposed to use campfire, so we are using a butane stove, and we will update you on how the food turns out to be once it's done. For dinner, this is what I'm gonna have. So we made some green chicken and some beans rice with some grilled capsicum. So this would be dinner. We did it in a lot of hurry, and it looks like it has come really good. The food is really hot and really spicy, like the pepper spicy. Since it's very cold outside, this is the kind of food that you would want to have. This is the food that gives you comfort. I would call it as a comfort food. The butane stove is working really fine. So when you come to places like dark sky reserves, they won't allow you to use firewood or coal because those kind of produces the light pollution, so we were allowed to use butane stove. This was the first time that I used a butane stove. It was pretty good. It's pretty much cooking on your gas stove, but it's just that uh, the whole gas is compressed into a can, and it's very flexible to carry. Though uh, cook the food cooks very slow, but I wouldn't say it is as good as the food that I had previously cooked on firewood, because when you cook on firewood it becomes really soft in inside the chicken and very crispy on outside. But this is as cooked as I always, this is the taste of the food is as small as I always cook it in my home, so there is nothing special about it. It's really cold outside. Oh my god, I'm just inside my tent trying to warm up. Hey guys, it's 11:30. I was able to take few nice astrophotography, but now I came inside my tent because it's getting really cold outside and I'm shivering a lot. Uh, I I didn't prepare very well, but inside the tent it's really warm. I wouldn't say really warm, but warm enough. But outside it's really cold and it's very misty. So I'll be sleeping for tonight, and we'll see. We'll plan for tomorrow.
Yesterday night was really a tough night. Didn't get good sleep because it was really cold and I couldn't sleep properly. But as soon as I got in the morning, I knew what I had to do. I need to clean my grill. This is a grill from the company Woods and it's really good. I used this grill before and I have a very good feedback on this. The grill comes out really well from this. It's very crispy on the outside and very juicy inside. I generally prefer cooking in the campfire, but since this is an dark night preserve, I'm using a single burner butane stove. This is good for a single person or two people camping. I'm gonna cook hot dog for my breakfast. Hot dogs are considered to be really good and easy thing to cook during the camping. So now I'm actually getting my chicken hot dog and bread toasted on my grill. So here I'm sharing my favorite hot dog recipe with you. I use Heinz Mayo Ranch, it's a ranch flavored mayonnaise. Then I use hot pepper relish from the company Stub. which gives you a very good relish flavor. To top it up, I use Frenchy classic yellow mustard and sriracha sauce. All my friends who have ever camped with me have really loved this chicken hot dog, and this has kind of become my signature camp food when I go out for camping. After having our breakfast, we drove towards the Cup and Saucer Trail. This is one of the top rated things to do in Manitoulin Island that is suggested by TripAdvisor. When I was on this trail, all I could do is remember the quotes from the Dharma Bums, one of my favorite books. I felt like lying down by the side of the trail and remembering it all. The woods do that to you. They always look familiar, long lost, like a face of a long dead relative, like an old dream, like a piece of forgotten song drifting across the water. Most of all, like a golden eternities of past childhood or past manhood, and all the living and the dying and the heartbreaks that went on million years ago, and the cloud as they pass overhead seems to testify by their own lonesome familiarity to this feeling. This thought crossed to my mind as I started making my way through a very hard trek to the top of the trail.
So we are on top of Cup and Saucer Trail, and this is like the most beautiful place that you can sit and relax, meditate. I'm gonna share. Being back from the trail means you get really hungry and really tired. So today I'm going to share one very simple food that you can cook in the camp, which doesn't need any perishable goods, but basic vegetables that you can keep for 3-4 days can use to cook. So you put some oil, and we use some mustard seed and jeera to just get that nice smell. Then we'll be adding some spice. So this is like a ready-made spice which has mixture of various spice depending on your taste. You can either use Indian, Italian herbs. It's completely dependent on what kind of taste you want. Here I'm using assorted Indian spice. I'll be making a burnt vegetable peas rice. The reason, keeping in the context of camping, having a burnt vegetable gives you a feeling of eating on the side of a campfire. First I'm gonna add some onion, and I'm gonna stir them until they're a little bit burnt. Now I'm gonna add some capsicum. Here I'm gonna also make sure that the capsicum is stirred enough until it's burnt. Now I'll be adding some potatoes. So what I did was I boiled this potato in some salt in the home, and I had packed them in my luggage. Here I just peeled the potato, diced it, and I'm gonna add to my food to make sure they're also a little bit burnt. Potato kind of adds good amount of carbs for you, especially when you're going out for hiking. It gives that extra energy that you need when you're outdoors. Here I'm going to add freshly cut tomatoes. So I'm adding tomatoes after all the vegetables are burnt. This would give a little bit of gravy thick taste to my camp food. Now I'm adding a little bit of salt. I want to add the salt at this point so it can help the vegetable to saute. And I'm also gonna add some chili pepper. You can use cayenne pepper, chili pepper, or any kind of spice that you need. The spice is completely dependent on how spicy you want your food to be. We'll be adding some chickpeas to this. So I like to add chickpeas as it gives a lot of fiber for my diet during the camping, and also it makes your food really delicious and very chewy and filling. Now I'll be adding some water, and I'm gonna bring the whole thing to boil so that all the vegetables that are inside that can get really cooked well together and forms a good delicious taste before I add my next ingredient. Now we'll be closing and we'll let it cook until it comes to close to boiling. Now I'm going to add instant brown rice. I prefer brown rice over the white rice. It's healthy and also it gives a very good taste to your camp food. Since this is instant brown rice, that means it doesn't need a long time to cook as in case of the other brown rice. This kind of brown rice help you to cook faster in camping. The camping stoves sometimes are not so powerful, so it's good to have some instant rice which helps you to cook the food faster. Now I'm gonna close this and let it cook for another 10-15 minutes. Now here is the final product that has been cooked. The whole cooking process took like 15 to 20 minutes, and this looks like really delicious, and this food can be easily shared by 4 people. It's nutritious, it's delicious, and it got everything that a campfire food should have, and moreover it has a lot of burnt vegetable which gives you the feeling of true camping food.
So yesterday it was really tough because it was really very cold and dark for us to cook. But today morning it started at 12 degree, so it was pretty nice degree. So today morning we went to Cup and Saucer hiking trail. It's a intermediate tough trail and it's very beautiful. I'm gonna share some videos with you. The top view was like really amazing. One good thing that I really liked about the Cup and Saucer hiking trail was the top view. It was amazing. It was something out of ordinary. From there, we went to Manitoulin Brewery Company, and I got to try their 4 signature beer, and I like this one. Endless Summer. It has a pineapple sour flavor. So if you go there, if you come to Manitoulin, you need to go to the brewery. It's a very quiet little place, and this is going to be available in LCBO soon. So you can actually buy it. You don't have to come all the way to Manitoulin. But I do recommend you to come over here. Today we cooked some beans and rice for the dinner. Not in a mood to do any kind of grill today because I wasn't feeling like. And we had a lot of grill from past 2 days. I just wanted to have something very light, like a brown rice and beans. So tonight we are going to do some more photographies, and I'll be sharing those photographies with you. And tomorrow morning we'll be heading back to Toronto.
The final question is, was it worth it? Was 1400 km of drive was worth? Was freezing in 8 degrees Celsius was worth? Was surviving the night-long thunderstorm was worth? The answer to this question is these photos.
which proves that every moment spent was worth it. You need to travel far enough that you meet yourself. Your life is not a clock that is gonna end, but it is a compass that shows you a direction to move. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe so I'm motivated to make more videos like this, so I can in turn motivate you to go into the wild.